Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Angie Milner Yoga. I'm Angie and this is a 20-minute intermediate level flow. I invite you to modify as needed. All you need is your yoga mat rolled out in a comfortable space and an open heart and mind. So whenever you're ready, let's get started. I invite you to take a moment to root your sitting bones. Press your palms together, placing them at your heart center. Rooting into those sitting bones, lengthen the spine from the tailbone up through the crown of your head. Draw the shoulder blades back and relax your shoulders. Soften your gaze or close your eyes and just begin to center your awareness inward. Just noticing if you're holding tension anywhere, any sensations that you would like to release. Choose an affirmation or set an intention for your practice if you choose. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, release your hands from each other and then begin to float them up, extending them above your head. Exhale, palms together, sink the hands to your heart center. Now from here, I invite you to find your way into a child's pose when you're ready. So take a few moments coming onto your knees, either spacing them nice and wide apart or close together, whichever you prefer. Extend your arms out to the top of the mat, sink back into the hips. You can bring them all the way back to the heels if that feels good. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, lifting to your table. So checking in with your alignment, rooting firmly into the four outside corners of your palms, knuckles lifted, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Nice long spine, looking down between your hands. Starting with an inhale, lifting the tailbone, sinking the navel, and drawing the shoulder blades back to your cow pose. And then on your exhale, tilt the pelvis, lift the spine, and tuck the chin into your chest, cat pose. And then just repeat from here, alternating between the two, really syncing your breath with your movement if you can. So find your rhythm. I always like to say, find your rhythm, find what feels good. And then on your next exhale, I invite you from here to, if it works for you, you can cross your ankles, sink back into those hips and find your way to a seated posture. So here you can extend your legs out towards the top of the mat, keeping the feet spaced hip distance apart, finding your staff pose, Dandasana, rooting into those sitting bones, anchoring the femur bones, soften the knees, and flex your toes so your feet are nice and active. Sitting nice and tall, lengthening as you inhale up through the crown of your head, as you exhale, hinging at the hips and folding forward. So coming into a nice seated forward bend here. Breathe deep, keep the spine nice and long if you can, and then lifting back to center on an inhale. Now on your next exhale, you can bend your left knee, place your left foot on the inner right thigh, keeping the right leg extended. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, fold. So find your rhythm with your breath. I will, intermittently cue you to breathe, but in between, don't hold your breath. Just keep breathing. Find what works for you and just honor your body. Always remember to modify as needed. So inhale as you lift. And then as you exhale, slide your right leg out onto a 45-degree angle. Then we're going to come into a revolved head to knee pose. Starting on an inhale, float your left arm up. And then as you exhale, slide your right hand on the inside of your right leg towards the inside of your right foot. Draw that left shoulder back, lengthening and extending through the left side body here. Breathe deep. Really breathe into your side ribs. And then on your next exhale, back to center, press into your left palm. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, lift your right arm. And then if you choose, you can lift your hips and stretch the other way, lengthening through the right side body this time. Really rooting into the four corners of your left palm. And then on your next exhale, sink those hips back down. Slide your right leg back. And then you can lift that left knee. And as you exhale, cross your left foot over the right thigh. And then you can either keep your right leg straight or bend your right knee and slide that right heel in towards your left hip, rooting into those sitting bones. We're going to go into a seated twist. Again, modify as needed. Inhale, lift that left arm. Exhale, gently twist to the left. So you can kind of hook your right elbow into the outside of your left thigh, above the knee. And then just slowly ease into the twist, draw the shoulder blades back. Maybe gradually bring your gaze back over that left shoulder. Breathe. And then on an inhale, untwisting back to center. And I invite you to extend your left leg now with the right knee bent. So starting with an inhale, root the sitting bones, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward over the left thigh. Inhale, lift back up. And then slide your left leg out onto a 45-degree angle. And then when you're ready, inhale, float your right arm up and stretch towards the left foot this time, keeping the right shoulder lifted if you can. So breathe deep here. And then on your next exhale, root into the right palm. And then this time, inhale, lift the left arm. Lift those hips if that feels good and stretch to the right. Breathe deep. And then on your next exhale, sink the hips back down and slide your left leg back to center. Lift your right knee this time. And as you exhale, cross your right foot over the left thigh. And then you can kind of lift that right hip if you want and bend your left knee. Slide the left heel to the right hip this time. And then holding on to your right knee with your left hand. Inhale, lift your right arm. And as you exhale, twist to the right this time. Slowly ease into that twist. And then on an inhale, gently untwist back to center. So from here, you can kind of spread your knees apart, bring your feet together, coming to your bound angle. Baddha Konasana, rooting the four corners of your feet firmly and lengthening up through the crown. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forward. Lengthen the spine. Breathe. Inhale, lifting back up. And then exhale, cross your legs, easy pose. Find your way to your table once again here, rooting firmly into the four outside corners of your palms. Check in with your alignment here. Spread the shoulders away from the ears, puffing up the upper back here. And then on your next inhale, you can lift the left arm and the right leg, finding your way to bird dog. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm lifts, left leg, bird dog. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm again, right leg. And then this time I invite you to sink your left hand back down. And then on your next inhale, lift your right hip so it stacks over the left. Keep that right foot active. And then if it feels good, you can float your right arm up. So if you need to, you can bring your right toes down or keep that right leg lifted. And then on your next exhale, back to your table. And then we're going to do the other side. So inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Now on your exhale, sink your right hand back down. Inhale, rotate that left hip, stacking over the right. Lift your left arm if that feels good. Keep that left foot active. Feel free to bring that left foot down if you need to. Exhale back to your table. And then when you're ready, from here on your next exhale, walk your hands forward if you need to. And then yogi's choice, you can modify by, on your next exhale, sinking the chest and the head down between the shoulders, keeping the hips over the knees. Extended puppy, or feel free to press into your palms, lift the knees, lift up through the tailbone, keep the heels lifted and the knees bent. Downward facing dog. So in your downward dog, feel free to walk your dog, pedaling your feet alternately, breathing deep here. Really breathe. And then when you're ready, from here, I invite you on your next exhale to bend both knees, look up to the top of the mat, and walk your way up into your standing forward bend, knees bent. And then you can reach your hands to opposite elbows if you like. Let your head hang between your arms, your upper arms. And you can, if you prefer, just let your arms dangle towards the earth. And just sway your torso side to side here. Breathe. back to center. Exhale, release your arms down to the earth. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, bend those knees. And then on your next inhale, slowly unfold, lengthening and extending those arms up. Extended mountain. Really rooting into the four corners of your feet, anchoring firmly as you lengthen up through the crown. And then on your next exhale, press your palms away, hinge at the hips, and fold back into your standing forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Hands at the shins, or if you have a block, you can use that. Spread those sitting bones, open the chest. Lift the chin, looking a couple feet in front of the mat. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root into the palms, leading with your right leg back to a high or low plank. So shoulders over wrists. Spread the shoulders away from the ears. Activate your core. Soften the knees. Press back gently through those heels. And then on an exhale, the knees. Untuck those toes. And keep the elbows tucked in as you lower your hips and your chest all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Hug those shoulder blades in. Open and lift the chest. Activate the thighs. Press down through the toes. Exhale, lower the chest and the chin. Press into the toes and the palms. And lift back to your extended puppy or downward dog. On your next exhale, bend your right knee, hug it into your chest. Shift your weight forward by lifting that left heel. Step the right foot through. Low lunge. Lower that left knee. Inhale, lifting to your crescent, low lunge. And then if you choose, you can cactus your arms and draw the shoulder blades back for a front extension. Exhale, fold forward. Now from here, lift that back knee and exhale, step back up to the top of the mat, folding forward. Inhale, slowly rising back up to your extended mountain. Palms together. Your next exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, extended mountain, soften those knees, and then lengthen up through the fingertips. Exhale, hinge at the hips, swan dive into that standing forward bend. Inhale, half lift, hands at your shins or your block. Exhale as you fold again, bend the knees. This time root into the palms, lead with your left leg back to your high or low plank. Again, modify however you need. So low plank, knees down, high plank, knees lifted. Broaden the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe deep. And then on your next exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower the hips and the chest. And then this time, choose your expression of cobra. So maybe slide those palms down towards the lower ribs. Keep the elbows tucked in. Lift a little higher if you choose. And then on an exhale, lower. Press into the palms under the shoulders. Again, back to extended puppy or downward dog. Next, exhale, bend your left knee into your chest. Looking forward, step through. Lower the right knee. On your exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent low lunge. And then maybe cactus those arms. Front extension, and then exhale, fold forward. Now you can lift the back knee. Step back up to the top of the mat as you exhale, folding forward. As you inhale, slowly rising back up, extended mountain. Exhale, palms together, hands to the heart. Inhale, soften the knees, rise those arms back up to your extended mountain. Exhale, fold forward, again, hinging at the hips. Inhale, half lift. And your next exhale, fold again, bend the knees, and lead again with the right leg back to your high or low plank. Shoulders over wrists. Activate the core, broaden across the collarbone here, looking down between your hands. On an exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes, keep the elbows tucked in, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Again, palms under the shoulders. Tuck those toes under, downward facing dog or modify. On your next inhale, I invite you to lift that right leg up into your three-legged dog and really flex that right foot as you lift up through the heel, press into your palms. Exhale, bend your right knee, hug it into your chest, step your right foot through, and then your left foot. And I'm losing my little receiver here. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. This time lead with the left leg, stepping back to your high or low plank. And then lower all the way when you're ready. Inhale again, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, press into the palms, downward dog. Inhale, three-legged dog. This time lift the left leg, leading with the heel, lifting it up to the sky. And then exhale, bend your left knee and step your way back through to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, rising back up to your extended mountain. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time bend the knees and step your left foot. One big step back and then rotate your left foot, lining the heels up on one imaginary line down the center of your mat. Inhale as you stack the palms on the right thigh, lift the left arm up and out to the back of the mat, right arm to the top of the mat. Track your right knee, warrior two. Fingers spread, palms open, facing down. Inhale, lift the right palm to the sky, sink the left palm to the back of your thigh, reaching up or back towards the back of your mat. Draw the right shoulder back. You can also bind, sliding the back of your left hand across the low back to the right hip. Exhale, transition to your extended side angle. Hinging at the right hip, you can place your right forearm onto your right thigh, lengthening through the left side body this time. Reaching up to the top of the mat. Exhale, windmill the left arm down, lift the left heel, and step back up to the top of the mat, folding forward. Inhale as you slowly rise back up, extended mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward again, bend those knees. This time, step your right foot. One big step back, rotate your right foot. Track the feet on one straight line here. Stack the palms on the left thigh. Inhale as you lift the right arm up and out to the back of the mat. Left arm to the top of the mat. Palms facing down, fingers spread. Draw the shoulder blades back. Track your left knee. Inhale, left arm lifts. Right hand can slide across the low back to bind. Or you can slide the back of your right hand down the back of your right thigh. So you choose as you exhale, transitioning to extended side angle, either placing your palm or left forearm onto your left thigh, lifting the right arm up and overhead, reaching up to the top of the mat. And then on an exhale, windmill that right arm down to the inside of your left foot, lift your right heel, bend the right knee, stepping up on an exhale, folding forward. And bend those knees. Inhale, slowly rising up. Extended mountain. And exhale, palms together. Hands to the heart. Soften those knees. Inhale again. Extend those arms back up. Extended mountain. And then on your next exhale, I invite you to bend your knees, sink into those hips, coming into your chair pose, Utkatasana. You should be able to see your big toes as you sink back into those hips, keeping the spine nice and long. Keep your gaze forward. And then as you exhale, press your palms together, sinking them to your heart center and twisting gently across the core. Place the left elbow on the outer right thigh, twisting your chair here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Now, on an exhale, begin to straighten the legs a little and fold forward. Extend those arms down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root into the palms. Lead with the right leg back to your high or low plank again here. And then on your next exhale, lower your right knee down. Inhale, rotate the left hip, stacking it over the right, coming to your side plank. Feel free to lift the right knee. You can keep the right knee down as a modification or stack your feet coming to your high side plank. And then on an exhale, back to your high or low plank. Keep the left knee down if you like. And then inhale, lift the right hip, stacking it over the left. High or low side plank. And then exhale back to your high or low plank. And then if you haven't already, on your next exhale, lower the knees. Now I invite you to untuck your toes. Sink back into a child's pose. Take a few moments here. So I invite you from here to find your way into a comfortable position to close off your practice. So if you have time for Shavasana, I invite you to get comfortable, add layers, grab a blanket, whatever you need to get comfortable. So from there, I invite you just to take the time that you need, and I thank you for joining me today. Namaste.